All right, all praises to Yahweh Shem Rashai. Double honor to our elders. Great millstone. This is another prophetic news.
Yeah, so we're gonna start off with the first article on Philadelphia Trumpet. It's called
"There is no such thing as two fathers."
All right, I got you. I can zoom in, remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I ain't gotta do nothing. There you go, Philadelphia Trumpet. There's no such thing as two fathers. Our job.
Okay. It's
Make sure you sound off because we got cars behind us.
okay. By Joel Hilliker. It says President Obama used this past Father's Day to show his support for homosexuals raising children.
I'll give him the date. The year and the date.
July 7, 2010.
See that? And we 2005. Now what they president started off doing in 2010?
It says President Obama used this past Father's Day to show his support for homosexuals raising children.
Go ahead.
It says
5 years ago.
It says nurturing families come in many forms, he wrote. And children may be raised by a father and mother, a single father, two fathers, a stepfather, a grandfather, or caring guardian.
Yeah, so what he actually doing is he using the symbolic witch talk to relate to you blacks, Latins, and Native American, especially you blacks, because he know we the ones that have our fathers in these prisons and we disenfranchise like other nations. So that would play in our reality, whether we stand with our grandfather, our uncles, and so forth. That's why he said that, to relate to the black life, because the new black is the new gay.
It says, of course, biologically, there is no such thing as two fathers.
Exactly.
A child may be raised by his father and his father's homosexual partner, but not by two fathers. That euphemistic term is a gross error. In June, completely outside the purview of elected legislators, the Obama administration's Labor Department unilaterally announced that the Family and Medical Leave Act, FMLA, now covers all families, including LGBT families.
Lesbian, gays, bisexual, transvestite. What's the name of that law he made? So they'll know.
It says the Family and Medical Leave Act.
Yeah, Family and Medical Leave Act.
Yep, it's called the FMLA.
That's an acronym.
It says now covers all families, including LGBT families.
So Barack Hussein Obama put his legislative and executive power where his mouth and his heart lay.
It says, thus companies will now be forced to permit homosexual couples that adopt children up to 12 weeks or leave. It says, how could it make such a change? Simply by redefining son or daughter to extend the various parenting relationships that exist in today's world. Thus, using the parent's own terminology, a child's father, homosexual partner, may now legally also be considered a second father. It says this action is a victory for many non-traditional families, including families in the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community. The press release from Secretary of Labor Hilda Solis said, an employee who intends to share the parenting of a child with his or her same-sex partner will be able to exercise the right to FMLA leave to bond with that child. It says, all this language is framed to sound like it promotes family in general, that it just win-win-win all around. In truth, it represents the ceaseless efforts to self-profess intellectuals to popularize deviant sexuality. It says, they are hostile to the actual meaning of deep and wonderful words like father, son, and daughter, and are eager to redefine them after their own fancies. It says, on June 9th, the Obama administration State Department dropped this bombshell. The U.S. Department of State is pleased to use the occasion of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender Pride Month.
So I ain't make that up. And they even gave these motherfuckers a Pride Month. The Prideful Americans.
This is a Pride Month to announce its new policy guidelines regarding gender change in passports and consular reports of birth abroad. I'm gonna jump.
Yes, okay.
It says, today's society is forcefully pursuing a contrary anti-Bible agenda that is dismantling families and leading to our ruin, while cranking up the pressure to popularize immorality.
Yeah, that's what they on.
It says it works to remove pressure on single to married, pressure on married people to remain together, pressure on parents to make sacrifices for their children, and pressure on children to view their parents as authorities.
See that? They turning the families against each other.
It says
through policy.
It says our history proves that strong societies begin with strong marriages and families.
Yep, that's how America was founded.
Yet self-professed intellectuals continue heedlessly striking blows.
I got a quick search.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 35, because basically what's happening is Yahushua is pushing out the spirit of division. It says, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Right.
And a man's foes shall be they of his own household."
With the camera real quick.
So Yahushua is pushing out the spirit of division. That's why you see all this legislation being passed.
I'll let you right back up with all that. You can just leave it right there. Go ahead, you keep talking.
See all
Just
this
talk over
legislation being passed, and what's going on is
my bad. Come hold the camera real quick.
What's going on is either the mother isn't what's going on, or the daughter isn't what's going on, or the son or the father, or vice versa.
But I can't let this slide. I cannot let this slide.
So what you have is division amongst the families. Now you have whole households arguing against what they think is right, and arguing over their morals. It says, that was it.
Proverbs 6 and 12.
Okay. It's Proverbs chapter 6, verse 12. It says, "A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth."
Right. See that? This talking about Barack Hussein Obama.
Right.
He put his legislative where his heart is and his mind. So the scriptures let you know what kind of person you're dealing with. You don't give a fuck about his color. His actions.
He winketh with his eyes.
Right, that's what Obama do. Don't he wink at everybody and give thumbs up and shake hands and shit and play this cool president?
It says, "Though he winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet."
See that? He's speaking with his feet. I mean, that's the Masonic gestures that he do with his feet and his hands and so forth.
He teaches with his fingers.
Right, he teaches with his fingers. You see him throwing the pyramid down, which is the Pisces vagina down. Vagina.
Is in his heart.
Yep.
He devises mischief continually.
See that? Because look what year this is. Because this 2010, it's 2015. Mischief is continuously in his heart, in his mind. That's why I had the brother read the date to y'all, man. Because y'all love this nigga. African.
And he sowed discord among brethren.
One more time.
And he sowed discord among brethren.
See that? He breaking up the families.
And he's even
it's under the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh on the left hand side, which we're gonna show you that. Because you're gonna have us, I want that portraying like, oh, they be with me, I set up, they'll be. You know what I'm saying? Which that's simple. Jump to 16.
Okay. This is verse 16.
Real
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. It says, "These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him."
Abomination.
Which means a filthy wicked act. It says, "A proud look, which all these millions
Exactly.
They got a proud look about themselves. I'm gay, nobody better not say nothing about it. It says, "A lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood." It says, "In a heart that divides wicked imaginations." That's a wicked imagination. Gay pride, LGBT organizations. "Feet that be swift and running to mischief." Yeah, they watch do mischief, but anything about doing anything good for the sake of the people, they don't know how to do. Or anything wicked against the Most High, they love it. They don't know how to set it up. They don't finance the shit. It says, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord, he that soweth discord.
Ecclesiastes 33:14. Good is set against evil and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against the other. So that's why Obama doing what he's doing. That's why Yahweh Shah is controlling that. He making us do counters.
And that's the duality. Because without light, you have to have darkness. And without
That's
good,
all I
you
need
have
to
to
know
have
that.
evil. So to all you people out there saying that, wanting to know why the Most High does evil things, or even if he does evil, yeah, the Most High does evil. Because it has to happen. Because you have to have the evil side of the field to help portray, to help push forward these prophecies.
Yeah.
Have to happen.
One established the other. We got any more on the article?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
This is all history proves that strong societies begin with strong marriages and families, yet self-professed intellectuals continue heedlessly striking blows at the pillars of family life.
Exactly.
This is, in our own families, we must do all we can to resist this attack.
Exactly. And that's what we doing by doing these videos and setting the record straight according to the scriptures. Y'all say that's what y'all believe in, right? Then let's bring it out. Let's identify who the enemy, identify how he working, identify the legislative laws he passing, and that's how Satan working in this physical reality. Go sniff them out, find out who they is, find out who they bills is, inform the people, and put the scriptures on there as a counterbalance so you'll know what's good and what's evil.
This is promote and defend family as originally and correctly defined by the being who created it.
Uh-oh. Let's do yours. There it go. By the being that has created him. And that's cold. That's it?
Yep, that's
Yeah,
it.
now watch this. Romans 1:25.
This is Romans 1:25.
Got to sound off, brother.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie.
Voila.
Right. Who changed the truth? That's Esau. He changed the truth of the Most High to a lie.
And worship and serve the creature more than the creator.
Right, because you got America worshiping the philosophies of the world of
Obama bitch ass.
Obama.
Who the fuck told you to worship a man than what God said the creator? Obama's a creature that creep on earth like the rest of us.
Yep.
So who gives a fuck he passed the bill for LGBT? We ain't acknowledging that shit and they ain't accepting nothing. And they got this motherfucker walking with the devil. Go ahead, my bad. Good background footage. Go ahead, Rock.
Who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause God gave them over to vile affections.
Now that's a vile affection. That homosexuality. That's a dirty vile affection. That's a mind. It's a mind trick. It's all in your mind. Because man and woman were created to be together, not man and man. So what's going on? So what chemical imbalance do you have going on in your brain that makes you think that you can be gay or you can be homosexual, that you actually love another man?
There you go, right there. Keep reading.
For even their women did change their natural
No, anybody got something to say? Just cut it on.
their natural use to that which was against nature.
That's women with women, men with men. And that's how they worship the creature creatively. Yahweh Shai made it to men with women. And now the world is okay with homosexual women, men and men. Women dressing like men.
Yeah.
That's worshiping the creature.
Yeah, because where you think they got that image from to dress like men now off TV?
Yep.
The creature. The creator told the women to be feminists and shit like that. So where they get this, they gonna want to be masculine, wear combat boots and Jordans and shit.
Aleister Crowley did it that will because
Yeah.
let's read that over again.
For this
Now start from the beginning, 125.
from God.
Yeah.
So who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator?
Right, because these people out here, they actually worship themselves.
Like these people right there.
It's the Aleister Crowley
Church
do with
people.
that will spirit that's been pushed out on this society. So when it says they worship the creature more than the creator, meaning they worship themselves more than, and they care about what they think and how they feel, how they look to other people rather than what the Most High has to say.
For who is blessed forever, amen. For this cause God gave them up to vile affections. For even
So the Lord put that chemical imbalance in your brain and think
There you go.
homosexual.
There you go.
So if you want to know why there's homosexual on earth, because the Most High gave them up.
That's also why you got people believing that
That's pressure.
they was born gay.
The top part, the other side, you gotta go the other direction. Time this motherfucker off. We're gonna keep playing this game.
For even their women did change their natural use, which is against nature. Likewise also the men.
Yeah, women with women, men with men. Men with dogs, women with dogs, women with horses, men with horses. Yep.
Leaving the natural use of a woman, burning in their lust,
Have sex and bear children.
burning in their lust toward one another.
And I love lust.
Men with men, working that which is unseemly,
But now you want them to come to the chapel and get married and give them kids and shit.
and receiving themselves with that recompense
Diseases, and when martial law kick off, y'all gonna get y'all hair ripped off.
of their error which was met. Even as I did not like to retain God in their knowledge,
Right, that's why they, man, forget that bug. Who can believe it? Who think it's real? And how God gonna tell me what to that?
God gives them over to a reprobate mind.
Stupid asses.
Yep. That's why we even if you like hear their conversation, they sound stupid. It's like they don't have no knowledge of anything whatsoever.
They're like women.
Yeah.
Just talking.
To do things which are not covenant.
Convenient to do things which are not convenient. Because man with man is not convenient. What benefit is a man gonna get from popping another man? AIDS, syphilis?
There you go.
That's not beneficial. That's why it says a man leaving the natural use of a woman. Because the natural use of a woman is beneficial to bear children. That's the benefit of getting with a woman. And not getting your head chopped off for being a homosexual. Because when you go back into the law tells you that homosexuals are supposed to be put to death. So it would actually be convenient for you to get with a woman if you like your life.
Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness,
These are the characteristics of your neighborhood homosexuals.
Yeah, there you go. They
covetousness,
speak for themselves.
lasciviousness, full of envy,
Sneaky, jealous,
murder,
murderers.
debate,
Always got something to say about everything.
deceit. What's that
And spiteful.
word? Right.
Oh, malignant,
Malignity,
which is evil.
worshippers,
Yeah,
backbiters,
yeah, whisperer, backbiters. Same thing as gospel.
haters of God,
Oh, yep, haters of God. So you know they don't like the Lord man.
You sound like an evil woman.
Yeah, same trace as the woman.
Shit.
Even worse, the spiteful,
proud,
proud.
boasters,
Now I see why they got Proud Month now.
inventors of evil things,
Proud Month.
disobedient to parents,
The parents try to you got some parents that ain't with that homosexual shit, and they try to correct their kid. Their kid get proudful and they come against their parents. Oh, you can't tell me what to do. It's my
I'm
life.
leaving.
Yeah, yeah.
And I actually have a person come to that. My cousin, she's about 27 years old now. She's a faggot. She's gay. And my big cousin, her mother, tried to tell her when she was a teenager, like, to stop that shit, and she tried to fight it a few times. I can do what I want to do. It's a new age, Mom. It's a new age, Mom. We ain't all about that old traditional stuff.
Okay, so we had 20 minutes. We gotta hurry up.
Without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection.
There you go. That's why they don't care about what their parents talking about. Because you supposed to have that remorseful, damn, they raised me, why I'm going against them like that. I shouldn't do them like that. But they don't have those mechanisms no more.
Unpeaceable,
Yeah.
unmerciful,
Yeah,
who knowing the judgment of God,
we do.
that they which commit such things are worthy of death.
Right. So they gonna die.
Not only do the same, but have pleasure in their own, and pleasure in them that do them.
Yeah, meaning you neutral motherfuckers. You parents who accept homosexuality. Well, my son gay, that's okay. You know, he's different. He's strange. He's weird. We got any more scriptures?
Yeah.
I think we had one or two.
Matthew chapter 10. It's Mark chapter 6. Mark chapter 10, verse 6. It says, but from the beginning of the creation,
See that? From the beginning of the creation. That's why we don't understand this shit.
the Most High made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh.
There you go. So how the fuck you gonna leave your parents and go from a man to another man? You can't make y'all one flesh. Just like a woman can't become to a woman and become one flesh. So y'all whole system is rigged, it's bogus according to the scriptures, and we don't know where you get that bullshit from. So you can tell Obama and them crackers up there that all y'all ass finna die.
Right. It says, what therefore the Most High hath joined together, let not man put asunder.
Exactly, no man. Now Obama, you can take this home. I want you to go to Apocrypha and read Ecclesiasticus 10, 1 through 4. And you tell me what you get. You know, unwise judge destroys his people, and so are the people. We ain't getting it, he can read it. We know they watch, we ain't get it. Fuck them motherfuckers, we the shit. That's it?
1 Timothy 4.
Okay. And this is why you people accept it. For all you motherfuckers who talking about fuck us and all that, this is for you. This where your mindset and your spirit is at. Yeah, we got everybody number. We sure do.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1.
Here y'all go right here.
It says, this know also that in the last days
Now ain't this what we living in? We stay up current.
perilous times shall come.
Yup, meaning a lot of death and destruction and evil.
That's what's happening. It's a lot of death amongst our people.
Yeah.
That's happening. We'll come around to Esau lands.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves,
There you go.
covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Now you see why them homosexuals fit right in with the rest of you fucking niggas? That's why I said, who know the judgment of God, that not only they that do it, but they that have pleasure in them doing it. So all you other 2/3 motherfuckers who with that homosexual shit, you got the same goddamn characteristics as a faggot.
Without natural affection,
Right, you ain't got no fucking natural affections when motherfuckers don't take care of their kids and shit.
truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than the lovers of the Most High. It says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
See that? They got a form like these motherfuckers. See how they going to church and shit? See that all that church, everything good. But they got a form of godliness because you can see they righteous. They got they all white on and shit. They look real settled and humble. But what about them though? Let's get to the core root with these people.
It says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Yeah, see that? And what's the power? Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. And this truth we got. Singing and dancing and letting the kids run around. That ain't the power and spirit of Yahweh Shah. It's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
It says, from such turn away.
Right, and they have turned away, man. That's why going out to the church to them is like a club. It's the worldly club outside the club in the world.
Sunday club.
Exactly. Right, some of them got the dresses on. But that's okay, forget them.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses and leave
And that's them pastors and the ministers. See how they dancing? See that's all they about.
Which lead captive silly women laden with sins.
Exactly. These silly women that jumped in these cars, that's bumping that music. You see the little deacons and pastors dancing to them, and they silly women, and they creep into these women's house. Meaning they popping these women.
Led away with diverse lust.
Right, and they led away. What's the diverse lust of the women? The car, the clothes, the exaltation she get when she go to church, because the pastor introduce her to everybody. He bring her up, give her special treatment, and the list go on. She get goodies for her kids. He dropping off all kind of money, the tights from the church to her so she can pay her bills and help her kids do football practice and all that going on, man.
Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of it.
Ever learning in the church 50 years. Can't break down Genesis 1 chapter 1. See that? And with that, we'll say shalom.